coming down. It's coming down. It's 12:30. We've been back at camp since 10. I went out and did a little fishing, caught 6 Kentuckies, and Randy's been playing the guitar and entertaining.
Sometimes I feel like Jesse James. I'm still trying to make a name, but knowing nothing's gonna change what I am. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I was a young troubadour when I wrote in on a song, and I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone. I'll be an old troubadour when I'm gone.
Sweet. Thank you, Randy. That's nice. Tell me a little bit about the song.
Well, that's an old George Strait song. I think the thought was when he first recorded that he knew he was about to retire. Well, I was ruling the roost. I had all the chicks to myself. And it suddenly happened, that funny little feeling I felt. Woo! Well, I tried to outrun it, but it finally caught up with me. Tell me, how can I run from something that I can't see? Oh, that pretty little wee thing we call the love bug. Nobody's ever seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. Well, it all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing we call the love bug. Well, I always thought that I had me a pretty good style, but I lost that race by a good old country mile. Well, I was walking all around with my head held way up high, and it fooled me, it hit me, it really took me by surprise. Oh, that a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Nobody's ever seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. Well, it all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Yeah, a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Nobody's ever seen it, but it's got the whole world shook up. Well, it all started with a little bitty kiss and a hug. It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug. Woo! It's a little bitty teeny weeny thing they call the love bug.
That's kind of cute. What's the background on that one? You ever
that's
had you ever had the love bug?
that I did it one time. I did it one time.
Imagine being 16 or 17 and you got everything lined out, and all of a sudden that hits you, and you're not good for anything.
Yeah. What was that? Who was it? Alan Jackson put out an old song that was kind of along those lines. Sounds like love's got a hold on you. I think. Call me doctor on the telephone. Help me doctor, something's wrong. I can't shake it, love is going too far. He said, tell me what your symptoms are. He said, my hands are smelly and my knees are weak. I can't eat and I can't sleep. It's turning me every way but loose. He said, it sounds like love's got a hold on you. No doubt love's got a hold on you.
It was the doctor's diagnosis, huh?
Did you ever hear that song?
I think I have.
Yeah,
I sure have.
that was a good
Love's
song.
got a hold on you. When you get right down to it. How long you been playing?
Well, off and on, since I was a kid, since I was 12 or 11 or 12 or something like that. I went through a period where love had a hold on me. And I didn't play for a lot of years. And then I picked it back up, but
And your dad played and sang.
he did. He was the star.
He's in the Country Hall of Fame, isn't
Country Music Disc Jockey Hall of Fame, but he really, his claim to fame was country music songwriting, you know, and stuff. And let's see, I'm trying to think. He wrote a bunch of good songs, as you know. Let's see, what is, and some that a lot of big music artists recorded. He recorded a lot of his own songs too, but they never really made a big hit. But some of his songs that others recorded did. Let's see. Just when the sun shines the brightest and the world looks all right again, then the clouds fill the skies, you can't believe your eyes. Sometimes you just can't win. My love never meant much to you, dear, or to you I was always a friend.
That's not good. The friend song.
Oh, why did I fall? You had no heart at all.
Oh, no.
Sometimes you just can't win.
Wow.
I won't sing the whole song, but that was
Yeah.
one of them. That was one that.
So she was cold-hearted
No, yeah.
towards him.
Yeah. You know, the thing about Dad, the thing you and I have had this discussion, like he had a lot of talent that I don't have, and one of them was the ability to feel inspired, which is what allowed him to write songs. I've always had a difficult time with that, but he didn't. And
You
so
mostly do covers.
I do covers, yeah. I mean, I can play and sing, but I don't have the original, you know, talent to sit down with and just feel inspired by something and write a song about it. He did, and he wrote a lot of good. He wrote a lot of good songs that never got recorded. He recorded some of them. In fact, I have some of his, as it turns out, songs right here. This is called "I'd Like to Live It Again." I actually played this song at Dad's funeral.
Okay.
That he wrote.
How long ago was that?
It was in 2005.
Okay, so about 14 years ago.
I'd like to turn back the pages of time. I'd like to live it again. The good times, the bad times in this life of mine. I'd like to live it again.
question is, so at what point in life do you start having those reflections? Is that when you're 40, 50,
Yeah,
60?
I don't know. He wrote that song when he was fairly young.
Yeah. So
It was kind of,
like you say though, he played inspired.
he did. He played inspired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I could share a lot of stuff with you. I have shared.
How did you manage to pull that off at his funeral?
That was hard.
You did it?
It was hard.
Did you
but I knew he had a lot of, I mean, you know, I think I told you the church was packed, and what I was surprised about was there were a lot of country music people there from Nashville that came in, a lot of the record producers that he had met over his life, and folks that had recorded some of his songs and stuff like that. People that inducted him into the Country Music Disc Jockey Hall of Fame were all there. But what I was really surprised about was he was an alcoholic, as I think you know, and he had quit drinking 35 years before he died.
That was a big part of his life. It was
a huge part, and there were almost as many Alcoholics Anonymous people there that he had sponsored.
Wow. As
there were country music folks there, and it was a pretty touching deal for me to see all those people there. The service was exactly the way he would have wanted it, you know. And I played that song on his guitar. And I've never played another song on it. That was the last song that's ever been played on it. It's in my office.
Your dad's name is Smokey Stover.
Yeah, right.
The Smokey Stover.
Well, yeah, right.
And you guys played together in the Opry there in Texas.
We played at the Texas Opry in Magnolia. We played at a number of different Opries. They had them around.
You played together more than once.
Yeah, we played together.
They asked you to come.
Yeah, they did. It was
cool.
pretty. It was pretty fun. We had a good time. And I was glad I was able to do it. There it is. This is another one of his. Gee, it's odd to hear you say you're sorry, but you're the one who never could be wrong. And now you're asking me to thank old times and the happy memories we've known.
It's over.
But if you'll tell me just one happy memory
It's over.
you recall since our love got its start, if you tell me just one happy memory, then I'll name a million times you broke my heart. I mean, is that great?
You tell me one, and for one happy one, I got a million times where you
That's
just
right. I mean,
crushed me.
What a great song, you know? I mean, how many people have felt that way about stuff, you know? And I don't know how he did it. I wished I could do it.
Wow. And that one was published or not published?
He recorded it. It's a
Yeah.
it's a published song, you know. So in other
What's
words,
the
if
title?
anybody ever recorded it,
What's the title of that one?
One Happy Memory.
One Happy Memory.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it.
I'll do just a few verses of some of his
Sure.
songs, but I go out in the evening and paint up the town. I'm number one with the women as I show them around, but inside my heart is breaking for another you found. Gee, how I miss you when the sun goes down. I whisper your name as I gaze at the stars. I'm wondering, darling, just where you are. Though others may hold me, you still wear the crown. Gee, how I miss you when the sun goes down. That was another one.
You restart.
The name of this song is called What a Shame. Let's see. When all the world has turned me down dreams appear and you seem near to cheer me for a while, but it can't be. Oh, what a shame, what a shame for me to know that you still love me, but you didn't know in time, so who's to blame? So in my heart there is a tear for the one I love so dear. What a shame, oh what a shame. A night long ago we met again. I'll not forget that day, 'cause in your eyes I saw your tears. And I also saw the misery and how you had to pay for loving me through all these years. What a shame for me to know that you still love me, and you didn't know in time, so who's to blame? So in my heart there's a tear for the one I love so dear. What a shame, oh what a shame, what a shame, oh what a shame, what a shame, oh what a shame.
Now, that last little couple of pieces, is that your interpretation, or is that the way your dad wrote it and meant it?
That last piece was mine, but everything else was
Okay, that's a
was.
sweet little
was,
hook
you know,
at the end.
So yeah, if you don't know what the meaning behind that song,
He
it
feels
may not-
bad. He broke somebody's heart.
He did.
and he's got feelings, and
Yep.
he's not an insensitive person.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He did not like hurting people. He did it all the time.
Right.
But I don't think he intended to do it.
Right.
A starving man will take whatever's offered. Well, at least it will ease his hunger some. Well, you've offered love and not enough to help me. Now I want the cake, not the crumbs.
Oh!
Yes, I want the cake, 'cause it's the sweetest. And these crumbs are getting pretty hard to take. So just let me taste the joy that I've been missing. I'm tired of these crumbs, I want the cake. So,
Well, is Wing gonna be howling this evening?
huh?
Is Wing gonna howl this evening, or is it gonna?
I think 15 miles an hour
It's
west.
gonna be blowy.
Yeah, it's gonna be blowy,
Okay.
but I think they'll stir. I think they'll stir.
Okay. All right.
Another one of his. Down the pathways of time, there have been many men who have built themselves mansions they gleam. But the mansions they build out of marble and steel can't compare with my building of dreams. My building of dreams was my love for you. How could I know then that you wouldn't be true? If you just come back, I wouldn't say it was true. I can still share my building with you. So that's another.
So, your dad fell into that genre of heartbreak.
Oh, yeah.
That was a lot of his songs.
Oh, yeah.
Had a lot to do with
Yeah,
heartbreak and love.
absolutely. Absolutely.
They were romantic songs.
They were, but remember he was an alcoholic when he did a lot of this stuff. Now he wasn't always drunk when he wrote these songs, but
Who would you say your dad would have closely been compared to? that would be more mainstream?
Well, to be honest with you, he and George Jones grew up in the same era.
So are they,
And they were-
George Jones-ish?
Yeah, and they were good friends,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
why George Jones wrote. George Jones was the one that recorded one of those. He recorded that.
Now, if this isn't too personal, is it possible to play guitar without all your knuckles?
Without all your knuckles?
Without all your fingertips?
Yes, it is. It takes a little bit. It takes a little bit of getting used to. But yeah,
What do you know? What do you know about playing guitar without your fingertips?
Well, I tried to trim my nails one time with a lawnmower.
A rider?
Yeah, and that did not work out well for me.
Oh no!
So I did cut off a couple of ends of my fingers, but I was able to.
Is that your?
It's actually
your
on my,
strumming hand?
it's actually on my picking hand.
Your
Yeah,
picking
so,
hand.
so it
Yeah.
works out okay.
Okay.
But I appreciate you asking that question. I know you did it out of
Well,
sincere concern for.
you don't mess up very often. You really don't. But what you do,
Well, I do.
it's a doozy.
It's a doozy.